The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome everyone to a brand spanking clean new episode of 5-minute warning. Once again, it's your boy Ruben sitting here, and of course, got my man Mo B. How we living today, sir?
Good, man. Chilling.
Good, nice DC hat, man. How long you had that joint?
I don't know. I got a lot of hats.
That's very true. That's very true. Unfortunately, AG will not be joining us today. He's taking care of some business. So we will hope to have him back next week. So, man, last week, number 150. Now we on 151. So it's almost like it's just old hat.
We can't celebrate every number.
That's very true. Very true.
I guess you can. You've been on all 150 of them. I've been on 60.
I think you've been on more than that. But, I think you've been on probably about 100 of them, to be honest. So, hey, man, sports-wise this week, all three of my football teams won, so today was a good day. Washington won. The Commanders, they won on Thursday. ODU went down to South Carolina and did some dirty on Coastal Carolina. And Miami beat Virginia Tech like they should in Virginia Tech because they're terrible. So, feeling pretty good today. What about you, man? How they in the Raiders on a bye this week?
I hope.
That's a victory. And your daughter's team won again this week.
Look, this bye week is kind of just like Washington football teams win. It's not so much that you won; it's more that you didn't lose this week.
Wow, the hate is real, man. The hate is real.
Ain't no hate. You watched that game too.
I did. I really don't have words for it. I would say it was better than the game the week before. And I understand that ain't a lot, but it's better than that. And you know who I really feel bad for? I don't really feel bad for as much for Washington at all. I feel bad for the quarterback of the Bears, man. Look, why they try to change him to something he not? I understand y'all didn't draft him, but are you kidding me? That last minute of that game was the best he had looked all night. And I don't know. You got this team called Philadelphia who has a player very similar to him. You have a team in Buffalo who has a player very similar to him. You got all these teams who are very similar, yet they want to play this dude like, we just want you to throw out the back. We want you to be a pocket passer. Bro, that's not his strength right now. His strength is running the ball. So I just don't understand it.
You think his strength is running the ball?
I think his arm strength is good.
Because he set all types of passing records in college. So it's
it's
kind of weird that you black quarterbacked him real quick.
No,
let's get him to run.
No, I'm saying like in NFL, because for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just whatever. But his accuracy has not been in NFL like it was in college. Maybe he's still adjusting. I don't know.
Or maybe he needs receivers.
I mean, he's got a couple.
Who? Name them.
He's got Mooney. Darnell Mooney. Solid.
Okay. Solid. To
yeah.
who?
I think he's solid.
Okay. Where'd he go to college?
Where are you going to college? Man, I don't know. I don't even know stuff like it.
How tall is he?
He's like 6 foot.
No.
I mean, I don't know. How you expect me to know all that?
He's like a 5'8" slot
man,
receiver, and you're like, he's got Mooney.
Mooney's
okay. Name another one.
I mean, I didn't say
name. I'll make it easier. Name a quarterback in the NFL with less weapons than him.
That's hard.
Exactly.
That's really hard because I got to think about it. Because, I mean, honestly, at this moment, I probably can't think of that. I would probably say, based on record, though, I thought he had weapons, but I feel like, what's his name? Over in Jacksonville, I feel like all his weapons are hurt, except for Kirk.
You can say all his weapons are hurt, but that acknowledges that he had them.
I guess Marvin Jones is still a weapon. I mean, I don't know. Kirk's the only weapon that I would give him credit for.
Chicago got the worst collection of talent to help a quarterback out in the NFL right now. And everybody's like, well, I mean, Fields just hasn't been what we thought he was going to be.
I don't blame Fields for it at all. Let's get this straight. I don't think it's him. I think it's coaching. I think at the very least it's coaching, because
I think it's that franchise.
I mean, but it comes down to coaching.
Does Chicago have a Hall of Fame quarterback?
I mean, it depends who you talk to.
I mean, no. Do Chicago Bears have a quarterback that's is in the Hall of Fame? I don't know.
I think the only quarterback, I want to say he's in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think so. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. It's what's his face? The Super Bowl winning quarterback, McMahon. Is McMahon in the Hall of Fame?
No.
I don't know. I mean, because there's some questionable people in the Hall of Fame, and there could be some more questionable people getting in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he is, but he would be the only one that I would think that would be there, because it's not like Chicago's known for their quarterback room. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm just saying.
Once again, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a franchise.
But I also think.
I think if you rookie quarterback or a quarterback about to go in the draft, you gotta tell people, you gotta pull a John Elway. You gotta be like, look, I won't play for Chicago. I'll retire before I go play for Chicago.
I mean, I just think that I think that the organization as a whole, you know, they haven't been getting caught doing stuff, and I'm not saying they have been doing stuff, but the one thing that they are doing that's just as bad as what's going on is bad coaching. And I mean, I don't give a crap who you are, man. If you got a quarterback talent in your organization, and you don't try to use this talent, you're wasting a whole bunch of everybody's time. You might as well just trade him. At least you might get a second, maybe a third round pick for him. Because if you're going to sit there and poop on him all day, what's the point of him being there? That's worse than college back in the day when you couldn't leave because you had a contract and you couldn't just get up out. That's worse because you really can't get up out. And I just think that, look, man, if you are not going to do the best with the people you have there, just get rid of them. At least Carolina is like, you know what, CMC, we tried, we couldn't make it. We're gonna trade you somewhere else, man. That way, at least one, you can get that big ass contract off our face, and then two, you might be able to go have some success in life somewhere else because we can't do it here. But yeah, man, that's the way I feel because I was keep hearing, I was like, yeah, you know, they didn't draft him, so that means you gotta treat the dude like he's leprosy just because you didn't draft it. What kind of dumbass shit is that? I mean, and that's my issue with it. It's like, it's one thing when you have a quarterback who could be good and you try and it's just not working out. They're not even effing trying, man. They're not even trying to use his skill set properly. And that's the worst part about watching that game on
What is
Thursday.
his skill set though?
I mean, he can throw the ball.
Then,
mean-
then it seems like they are trying to have him throw the ball. He just ain't got nobody to throw it to.
Then go out and at least go out and grab you could have drafted somebody. You did.
Yo, we're in the season now. We can't change history now. So
But no, I understand that. But it's not like this wide receiver problem just sprouted up today. This wide receiver issue sprouted up when Allen Robinson said, "I ain't coming back to y'all bitches," and then you gave him a franchise tag in which he basically pooped on that and didn't do anything. And it's like, bro, go draft yourself a wide receiver. At least try. That's the same thing we talk about with
once again,
Green Bay.
you're talking about all these things that they can't do right now.
You know what they can do right now? They can trade his ass. That's what they can do. Because if you don't want him,
Who says they
mess
don't
him
want
up?
him? They're in a rebuild, man. Like, when did we become this society that doesn't believe that rebuilds can happen? Like, we want everything so instant. They are in a rebuild. It's a effed up situation, but they are in a rebuild. They have limited talent, and you can't just make talent magically show up.
I understand that.
It's a process.
I
If
understand that.
you say trade him, why would you trade him when you have a young quarterback that you think might be a franchise quarterback?
All right, Moby. You watched that horrible ass game on Thursday, probably. Or at
Yeah,
least parts of it.
I watched two horrible teams play a really terrible Thursday night football game, which isn't surprising because most teams play terrible on Thursday. So
Okay.
that's not really a knock to them. It's just the whole system.
But what I'm saying is, does it look like they tried? As you drink the rest
But
of
like
your
they tried to do what?
tried to be successful with him. I mean, you're a coach. You tell me. Do you think they were calling right plays and they just got jacked up? Because once again, I ain't saying Washington's defense is like the greatest. I will say this.
How do I know what the right plays?
serviceable.
How do I know what the right plays are when they don't have talent? And yes, Dre, I do realize that Chicago does have Hall of Fame quarterback, but have any of them ever played before? The Chicago Bears have any quarterback that's been in the Hall of Fame that played when TV was in color? No. No. They got a whole bunch of black and white Hall of Fame quarterbacks when they threw the ball 10 times a game. Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is it just doesn't seem like they tried. Now, but you could be right. Maybe they were trying and the plays just didn't work out. I mean, I know that Washington's offense is terrible. Their defense should be serviceable, but of course we're still missing a couple pieces. You know, now William Jackson wants to get traded. Okay. I mean, get rid of him. Trade him. Who cares?
He thought he was going to a winning situation. Then he realized he was in Washington. I get it.
I mean, now he went and got paid, and now he wants to win. I mean,
Now he wanted to win the whole time because just like, don't do the revisionist history thing, because all off season you were talking about how you think y'all gonna have the best defense in the conference, and so he probably went there thinking, hey, I can get paid and I'm gonna have a chance to win. And now he's at that dumpster fire and he's like, nah, these dudes ain't winning nothing.
well,
Let me
and
get up out of here.
and it's not revisionist history because I do feel that way when they're 100%. And the problem is we're not. And I thought that we would be. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Chase Young, but I mean, he did tear his ACL, MCL, so he's still recovering. I mean, that's all I got, man. I ain't mad at the dude because he got hurt and he's still recovering from that.
I ain't either, but I also ain't mad at old boy for being like, bro, I'm not trying to waste a whole year here.
Well, and once again, I'm not either. I'm just like, all right, he wants to go trade him. Because when it's all said and done, man, I don't feel like any team should keep anybody who don't want to be there. Because to me, I think it's just a waste of time and all that. So get rid of him. I mean, trade him wherever, and that's what it is. And we move on. But I'll just say this, and then we can move on. What Moco Cowboy talking about? Amazon can buy Sunday ticket. Man, whatever. Who cares about that? Sunday, y'all ain't paying for it. So I don't even know why you're talking about it. Sunday ticket costs you damn much. Period. If you ain't got Red Zone, it's just whatever. I'll pay for Red Zone. I won't pay for all Sunday ticket because that's just maybe I'm just not a diehard Washington fan like some of these other people who will drop $300 for Sunday ticket. Your boy ain't it.
I mean, I like being able to see my team play too, but I'm with you, man. Red Zone, I don't even know if I can go back to watching just a single football game.
It's hard, man.
It's like, bro, it's too much. I'm like, because I'm so instant gratification that I'm like, yo, I know there's other stuff happening right now. Like while we're on this commercial break, I know somebody probably scoring.
Oh man, and that's the greatest part about Red Zone, man, is because something's always going on. And you know, you go to the bathroom, you miss something. You watch your team, they on a commercial break. No. It's never a commercial break. From 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 7:30 sometimes. Ain't no commercial break with Red Zone. You just gotta run, use the restroom, turn your TV up loud enough that you can hear it, and hopefully you don't miss anything, especially if you play fantasy, because when it's all said and done, you know, it is what it is. And I mean, Dre watches Sunday ticket because local games suck. I mean, I kind of wonder who your team is now because you are a Mets fan, so I don't know. Questionable. Probably a Cowboys fan, which makes no sense because they always play the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't think your argument is going too well because like he's saying local teams, so he's probably only talking about one team. Washington or Carolina and Washington are the only games that we're guaranteed to
And
watch.
Dallas. They play every Dallas game here. I don't know why.
Because they're more Dallas fans than Washington fans.
Now,
I mean, look.
I mean, they are America's team.
I'm about to say if you don't think they're more Dallas fans than Washington fans, then you are an idiot. That's really no other.
I mean, thanks for calling me idiot. I appreciate that.
I mean, so you really don't think they're more Dallas fans than Washington fans?
Oh no, I didn't say that.
Then that's all I'm saying. If you don't think they're more Dallas fans than Washington fans, you're an idiot. Because ESPN doesn't show all the Dallas stuff by accident. They do it because they know it gets ratings.
But the other team that we see all the time here is Pittsburgh. We see almost every Pittsburgh game too, because those dudes are all over the place. Apparently, Pittsburgh is everywhere. Pittsburgh fans are everywhere.
I mean, yeah, because they had a decade of winning. Like pretty much every team that had a decade of winning has a fan base, and then there's Washington. So it's like I don't understand.
What are you talking?
Okay, right, no, okay. Biggest fan bases: Pittsburgh. They had a decade of winning. There's a ton of 49er fans out there. I don't know where they came from, but everywhere you go, you see 49ers fans. Cowboys fans had a decade of winning. You see them all the time. Washington in the Joe Gibbs era had a really, 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 really good run of a decade. And they don't have the national fan base that any of those other teams. I would dare say the Raiders have a bigger national fan base than Washington. And it's really weird to me that Washington had such a long run of winning and for a decade pretty much and don't have a bigger national fan base. So that's all I'm saying. That's not an insult to Washington. It's just I'm curious as to why that is.
Because we haven't really won in 30 years.
Neither has the Raiders. They got a national fan base.
But here's the thing, man.
I mean, look, the Cowboys ain't won in almost 30 years. They got a national fan base.
Man, but
the 49ers ain't won a Super Bowl in almost 30 years. Like,
here's the thing. I'm just gonna put it out like this. The reason why I think Washington did have a national fan base, and then what happened is Washington went through 1983 to 1991. That was their winning almost a decade deal. And then we went ghost. Dallas then picked up that slack. And then a lot of it is just, they've won more than Washington has. And it is trendy to have a star, have that star on your stuff because they've made it an icon. It has, and that's what it is. In the Raiders, I would, as KB Yakko said, yeah, man, the Raiders may not have like a consistent amount of a since I would say what since '84, but
What?
they're around. It's like the
Who?
Raiders, the Raiders, like
Okay, the
'84 is the
Raider won the
last.
Super Bowl in '83.
I thought it was '84.
It was '83.
I thought Washington won in '83.
No, the year before.
You sure? I
Yeah.
think it was an '83-'84 season because
Okay.
they beat Washington.
Then sure,
Then-
we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
it
so
is.
they did that. Then they didn't go to the Super Bowl again until 2001. No, 2002.
Yeah, but
And in between there, they maybe had 6 winning seasons. And since 2002, they've had 2 or 3 winning seasons. So no, it ain't that the Raiders have always been around. It's just that for what I think Dre might be onto it. I think when Dan Snyder became Washington's owner, with semblance of fan base that they could have had nationally just went away. And honestly, I don't ever remember there being a national fan base really big for Washington's football team. I remember locally because I lived in Fredericksburg, but when I went to Georgia, nobody ever said anything.
oh yeah,
But there are Pittsburgh fans in Georgia. There are Raiders fans in Georgia. There are tons of Cowboy fans in Georgia. There's a couple Falcons fans that hate themselves.
but I think a lot of it is. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of it is just a lot of the marketing. I mean, it's easier to market blue and silver star. Like you said, Pittsburgh fans are everywhere, so that's a history thing. It's very hard to market an Indian on the side of anything and not get looked at questionably.
Sure.
And I mean,
nobody was really all that.
and I would
Nobody
say
was all that politically correct in the late '90s, and yet still Washington did not have a fan base.
but I would also say that when it's all said and done, that 8-year span, unless you keep going back in the history books, that's been Washington's like.
Oh, that was it. That was
Yeah,
it.
that was
they've
it.
been trashed. The majority of Washington's history is trash, and then Joe Gibbs, and
Well,
then trash.
after '91, yeah. I mean, so that's the whole thing. And then, of course, like with the Raiders, I mean, you had Al Davis. Al Davis made it cool. Your Raider fans made it cool. Dressing up.
Al Davis made it cool because that was the most gangster owner in NFL history. If you don't know the history of Al Davis, that is the most gangster owner. First of all, the fact that we call him an owner is gangster in itself. The way he became an owner was gangster.
Yeah. And of course, like KB Yakko said, I mean, they also had help, I mean, in the late 80s as well with NWA and all the gangster rap in LA. Because, what does Cube say? Where did you spend all your money? I buy Raider gear. Because Raider gear is dope. I mean, once again, it's marketing. Marketing is beautiful. I'm not gonna be mad at it.
Because gangsters gravitate towards gangsters. They were like, yo, Al Davis is everything we want to be. That dude suing the owner, the commissioner of NFL. That dude talking trash to the commissioner of NFL.
I mean, he gangster, man. It's what it is, and I can't be mad at that. And it's just like every team really has something. I would say that has kept them in the limelight. Either because of winning or honestly because of losing. Because honestly, I would say as much as the Cowboys have been prevalent, a lot of that is because one, they used to win it. They would win the Super Bowl in July, and they're probably the most hated fans in the NFL. I don't think I can name another team who hates a fan base. Everybody collectively hates the Cowboys.
Well, see, here's the thing. When you are the most popular fan base, you're also the most hated. Because I can name that in every sport. The Yankees are also the most hated.
Yep. But Yankees win shit. Cowboys didn't win nothing 30 years either. And that's the thing. I mean,
bro, I know you went into your Yankee defense mode, bro. We weren't trying to talk about who was winning. I was just making a point about whoever is the most popular is the most hated, man. And you just went straight into you. They don't win shit, man. Like, yes, we get it, man. New York has bought a lot of championships, man. So it is what it is, man. Lakers are a really hated fan base as
Yeah,
well.
and I
They
mean,
also
and,
one of the most popular. So it's just, to say they're the most hated is like basically also acknowledging that they're the most beloved. Because nobody elicits that type of reaction unless a lot of people love them, then a lot of people hate them.
but I would probably say, if we're gonna name top 3 NFL loves, unfortunately, I would say the Raiders, I would say the Steelers, and I would say the Cowboys. The only difference between those 3 is the Steelers and the Raiders. At least their fan bases are fairly cool about shit.
Well, look, the Steelers always win.
Yeah, and the Raiders look cool winning and losing. But the Cowboy fans are so obnoxious. They all are. It's not even. I mean,
They're just better at being fans than Washington fans. That's all.
it's not. But you can keep saying the Washington fans. I'm saying the other 31 teams, they all hate the Cowboys fans.
I don't hate the Cowboys fans. I laugh at Cowboys fans because I can see the difference between the Cowboys fans. Like, I love you as a Washington fan just because, like, you don't realize that you're just not as good at being a terrible fan as Cowboy fans. Like, Washington are like the JV squad of irrational fans, and you hate the Cowboys because they have perfected the irrational fanatic part of fan,
But
and
that's
Washington just ain't committed.
but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that regardless of how I was a Washington fan, if I'm a Ravens fan, they don't like the Cowboys. If I'm a Falcons fan, they don't like the Cowboys. No
See,
one likes the Cowboys.
here's the thing. I don't think people have that much visceral hate for the Cowboys if you're not a direct rival with them.
I
You,
disagree.
you might think their fans are annoying, but I don't think you have hatred for them. Like, if you ask a Falcons fan, "Hey, who do you hate?" They'll be like, "We hate the Saints." But what about the Cowboys? I mean, their fans are annoying, but we hate the Saints. Like, now if you ask any NFC East team, yeah, Giants fans hate the Cowboys, Philly fans hate the Cowboys, Washington fans hate the Cowboys. Rivalries hate the Cowboys. 49ers hate the Cowboys. Old Steelers fans hate the Cowboys because they played a lot in Super Bowls. But once you get past those teams, I don't know if anybody really hates the Cowboy fans.
I don't know. I kind of disagree, but you know that might be something we may have to talk about more in the future. But I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that it's not. I'm saying it's not just Washington fans because I know a lot of fans of different teams, and nobody likes Cowboys fans.
See, there's a difference between not liking them and hating them. Like, I don't like Cowboys fans. I just don't hate them. Like, I don't lose no sleep over it.
They hate Cowboys fans for being casuals. What? I mean, I see casual fans. Yeah, I would say that. But, it is what it is. So, let's get into some crazy world stuff. I got a couple good ones for you today, Moby. You will love. Which one do I want to give you first? Let me give you this one. Suspect's finger.
White people shit.
Shut up. You've been waiting to say that for a minute. You ain't said that in like 3 weeks. And I don't know. It doesn't say.
I'm just saying, usually when you hype one up, that's what you about to give me. So
Nah. This is good though.
I thought we were playing, Family Feud. I was just gonna get in there quick. Number one answer on the board: white people shit.
No. Suspect's finger cut off during attempted home invasion. So in Burlington, North Carolina, someone attempted a home invasion at 7:00 in the morning, and I guess somebody was like, "Oh hell no, you're not coming in my house," and they started to fight. And let me see, let me finish reading it because not finish reading it. Officers responded to a call about attempted home invasion. A person said they had started their car and were returning to their house when an unknown armed man approached them. The suspect tried to enter the home, but the victim closed the door. There was a struggle, and the suspect weapon fired, grazing the victim in the chest. The victim wasn't seriously hurt. First of all, if you'd have shot my ass, I'd have fell down like a ton
How
of
we
bricks.
get to the finger though?
I'm getting there. When CSI officials came to the scene, they found what believed to be a suspect's glove that had fallen off during the struggle. There was a severed finger inside the glove. Police believe that when the victim shut the door on the suspect, it shut it on the hand and it severed the finger. And they here it is. They use that physical evidence to identify the suspect, who was 67 years old. Some old dude came up with a gun and tried to break into somebody's house at 7 in the damn morning. Don't you supposed to do that shit at nighttime? When people can't see you?
Hey, look, man, he old. And he probably be tired at nighttime. And while you laugh at this story, man, like,
No, I'm laughing at this dude.
see, this is the problem, man.
Okay.
We gotta go out. We gotta go out and vote, man, because obviously, yo, this dude ain't got no Medicaid or nothing. His Social Security check ain't hitting on nothing, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta take my calcium deficient ass out here and try to rob somebody, and knowing he ain't got the bone structure to rob nobody, right? And that door probably slammed on most people's fingers and just bruised it or something. His bones are brittle. You know what I'm saying? So it just went straight through, man. So this is more a story about the current state of our, I don't know, Social Security and Medicaid program, man. Because I'm just saying, man, I can't see no 67-year-old dude out here trying to rob folk just for the F of it, man. He got some major stuff going on, and he's just trying to get some funding for it, man. That's all.
Oh man, you funny, yeah.
And then that dude probably feel bad afterwards, like, oh snap, grandpa was just trying to break in my house to get some money, man. Like, he could have just asked me for a 20 or something. I'd have gave him a little something. But
first of all, hell with that. I mean, maybe you feel that way. You try to break in my house. I mean, the fact
I look, I'm not saying in the heat of the moment, but I mean afterwards, when it was like, yeah, the suspect was some old retired dude that was just trying to get enough money to go get some blue Jello at his retirement home. You'd be like, God damn, man, like I feel bad now. Like I won't gonna let nobody just break in my house, but like that's a sad story.
Oh, shut up, man! I can't even mess with you right now. You so dumb. They got warrants for him, include first degree burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and possession of a firearm by a felon. So he's already a felon. He just wanted to go back to jail because some people get out of jail and it's like, I don't know how to survive in this world.
I mean,
so I need to go back.
He probably ain't got no money. At least he go there. He's like, yo, the basics is taken care of.
Yeah, they got him. They sent him back to another county, I guess where he was from, and was given a $250,000 bond. I mean, dang, man. All you went to do, you tried to rob somebody at 7 in the morning, bro. You couldn't wait till they left for work. Like, come on, man.
All right, first of all, he's 67, man. He probably was like, I ain't got no other way to get inside the house. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm gonna shoulder that door down. It's not like I'm gonna kick. I'm just saying his daggone finger was severed from the door hitting it, man. You think he about to kick the door open or something?
Are you so dumb? Oh my god. Black Morticia Adams hilarious, man. Sir, hold on, put this up. This is awesome. Sir, what were you thinking? I can't put my finger on it. That's a Moby joke right there, buddy.
I mean, it's a good joke.
I
just can't get into laughing about this old man's tragic story, and you just
how is it?
And here laughing.
First of all, what you not gonna do is convince me this dude who came up to somebody with a gun. I think the question here is the other dude clearly fought because he was just like, man, you old as hell. You're not getting me with that. maybe it was. Yo, man, if I don't fight this old dude off, my boys will joke on my ass. Yeah, what happened, man? Yo, my house got jacked by some old dude. What? Dude, you're like 40. Yeah, he's like 80. I mean, let's be real, movie. If one of your boys got jacked by an old dude, when it's all said and done, after it's all over, you joking on his ass, ain't you?
Nah, I'm assuming that. Man, I get it. You just ain't want to. You ain't want that on your conscience because you knew if you hit that old motherfucker, he'd be dead. Right? I ain't trying to kill nobody either, man. Especially not over like whatever he was trying to get from my house, man. Like, what was he trying to get? Like,
You so dumb. You so dumb. I mean, you're right, Moko. He did have a gun.
once again, I'm not saying that this dude probably felt bad about defending against an assailant with a gun. I'm simply saying after the fact, when the police says, "Hey, we've identified this ancient old dude that was holding up this gun that he
You
probably
said
could barely
ancient old dude.
was holding up this gun he barely could hold." And yeah, his finger got, severed when you shut the door. And a piece of me would be like, damn, how did he get here? Why did I have to be a part of this tragic old man story?
So you're trying to say if he came to your house trying to do that, you would feel that way later on?
After the fact, yeah. Like not during the fact. During the fact, yeah, I probably like, hey, fuck that nigga's finger. But I'm just saying, like afterwards, I'd be like, damn, man, this old dude ain't got no finger no more, man. Like,
was it his trigger finger?
and I'm broke. Like he would have broken my house. Ain't nothing he could have gotten here that'd have been worth his while anyway.
Black Boy Teacher Adams, was it his trigger finger? Oh, I can't with her. All right, so we'll move from that to our second one. Man bites dog, women punches officer. That's right, I said that shit. Man bites dog, woman punches officer. And this happened in Berlin, Germany.
White people shit.
I have to agree with you on this one.
I mean, I don't care if you agree with me or not. That's just what it is. Like,
I mean, it's Berlin, Germany. So,
well, no, the only reason I say that is it's just I can't see too many people of any pigmentation biting a dog. Like, just biting a dog.
I don't know.
And then I'm like, yo, why you biting the dog? Because he can do it better than you can.
Man, I don't know.
I mean, look, I punched a dog before, but I've never bit a dog.
Did it get back up?
No, it actually ran away. But I punched a dog because it did try to bite me.
And you was like, "Oh hell no, not today."
No, that was just instinctive fear, and I swung and connected, and
right in his nose.
Yeah, I actually was right in the mouth because like I still got the mark from where its tooth was on my knuckle. Like,
Oh, that's not good. All right.
mean, it worked.
Hey, that's all that really matters, right? So officers were called to a dispute between two 29-year-old men and a 35-year-old woman after midnight.
Okay,
Nothing.
say that again.
Officers were called to a dispute between two 29-year-old men and a 35-year-old woman after midnight. The trio acted in a, quote, extremely aggressive and uncooperative, unquote, fashion. They were only able to overpower one of them by using, quote, massive physical force, unquote. I believe in Germany they don't carry guns.
So are they saying these people had rabies?
No, we haven't gotten that point yet. So, but no, what I'm saying is in Germany, I don't think Germans carry guns. So German police don't carry guns. So it's all about these two and maybe your nightstick if you need to use it. In the course of resisting, one of the 29-year-old men was also bit a police dog. The dog did not sustain any injuries. Meanwhile, the 35-year-old woman injured a police officer with a punch to the face. They were all three detained and spent the rest of the night in jail to sober up. So clearly they were drunk. But bro, like clearly after she punched him in the face, the other police must have held old boy unless she knocked him out. Because look, man, I am not saying that abusive women should happen because that's not true. However, if she punched me in the face,
The fact that you just went on like a 45-second expedition to explain why you would hit a woman who had just assaulted you is fucking horrifying. Yes,
we got to.
if some woman would have punched me in the face like that to the point where it said I sustained an injury, oh yes, you best believe the rest of the altercation is not going to contain any chivalry. It's not going to contain. It's not going to contain any pride or gentlemanly duties. No, it's going to be a whole bunch of left, right. You're toothless.
That was good. That was good. I didn't see that one coming. I thought you gonna hit us with the Contra joint. Up, down, up, down.
No, man. Like I'm sorry, man. You don't have to explain yourself. If a woman assaults you and you decide to, take out some frustration on her chin, that's just what it is, man. You didn't start that fight. He came trying to do his job. You know what I'm saying? He came trying to do his job, and she swung on him and connected to the point where they had to consider it an injury. So it ain't like this chick couldn't hit. Like, it's one thing if she gave you one of those movie theater slaps where your face turns and you're like, no. It sounded like she rocked his ass. And because of that, like, yo, I'm okay if she, would have got her jaw broke. I wouldn't have felt bad about it at all. I wouldn't have felt like, oh man, you hit a drunk lady. I'd be like, nah, you knocked that bitch out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I mean, head on a swivel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's so cold. That's so cold.
I'm just saying, look, and I'm the last dude that wants to like have domestic violence, but like I don't feel like I need to explain myself if some chick hits me and like stuns me and I, respond accordingly.
Oh wow. So after Black Morticia Alves said knock that wig clean off, she then says, or like my dad says, hit me and I don't know what TF is. You know what TF is?
Can't the fuck fight?
Oh, give her a facelift. That's funny.
Hey, my mom said once a woman hits you, she's no longer a woman. You don't have to treat it that way.
Well, all right.
Now, she also did say you have to show some restraint. You can't, you can't just kill a bitch because she smacks you. Like, you gotta show some restraint.
Yo, that shit flowed off your tongue a little too easy.
No, I'm just saying, like,
kill a bitch. Yeah.
Like, look, you look, if you like a guy my size, if some 110-pound woman punches me in the face, and I don't really feel it, I'm not gonna be like, nah, I gotta F you up now. But I mean, look, there's a lot of healthy women out there that can throw hands. And if some chick hits me and it stuns me to the point where I no longer can identify who hit me anymore, well, I'm gonna go into fight or flight mode. Like it's just gonna be swinging, and I'll help you up later.
I'll help you up later. Hilarious. Who did that? I still don't understand. They didn't explain about the dog situation because I don't.
First of all, there's nothing to explain about that. You got to be drunk off your ass to feel like you should bite a dog, especially a police dog, like a dog that's trained to bite you too. Like the fact that, I feel like the only reason the dog didn't bite them back was probably because the dog was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this person?" Ain't no human ever bit me before. Like
the dog probably looked at the dude. The dog probably looked at the cop.
Probably looked at the cop for like confirmation. Like, yo, did this two-legged creature bite me?
He probably looked at me. I think you need to take care of that before I do. He came to. You want me to fuck him up?
And how are you close enough to the dog where the dog would let you bite it?
Bro, I don't even understand it. I don't understand it.
And is that 2 counts of assault on an officer? Because technically that's an officer as well.
Yes, probably. But I don't think they charge you with anything. I think they just put him in a drunk tank, and I'm just like, hold on, pimp.
Nah, there's gotta be consequences to your actions.
Oh yeah.
If there's no part in the story in which she had a broken nose or a black eye, charges have to be pressed. Like there has to be There has to be some. I'm just saying, there's got to be like when you wake up and when you sober up, you need to know that there was a consequence to your action. And just waking up in perfectly good health is not enough consequence. Like waking up and trying to figure out why your jaw's wired shut, that's a healthy consequence.
That's a whole bunch of consequences. I mean, and the other thing is, these two dudes were probably arguing over her dumbass. I mean, because
I wasn't even gonna go that deep into it. I just
but I
want to know
mean,
why did some person bite a dog, and then you said they were drunk, and then I'm just thinking like, once again,
how drunk are you?
yeah, I don't know how drunk I gotta be to bite a dog.
I mean, that they must be serious drunk. But I don't know. I guess they said tequila makes people do crazy things.
They're in Germany. I'm pretty sure it was vodka.
I mean, probably some of everything. Probably some
No,
of the Athens.
I know if I knew exactly when you said they bit a dog. I knew nobody in there was drinking Colt 45. Schlitz smoke like a bull.
Does it every time.
I want nobody drinking no OE up in that junk. There was no Mad Dog being had.
First of all, if you had Mad Dog, respect is gone anyway.
First of all, wait a minute. You still had respect for anybody that bit a police dog?
Oh, no, but I'm saying, I'm talking about what they were drinking before they bit police dog. First of all, Mad Dog 2020 is like, if you never want to drink in life, or you don't want your kid or brother or friend to drink in life, give them a swig of that shit. And just say all alcohol tastes like that. Bro, they'll never touch another piece of alcohol ever.
Give them some Steel Reserve.
Oh, God. But that's better than Mad Dog. Mad Dog's the worst. And I've seen people just take it to the head. I'm just like,
I don't know, man. I think if you gave me the option between some Mad Dog and Steel Reserve, I think I might take that Mad Dog, man.
Man, you crazy in your face. All I know is I drunk a swig and my whole chest hurt. Not just part of it, my whole chest.
Black Morticia Adams apparently partakes in that devil's blood. Tequila?
Yeah.
Tequila had me ready to fight.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, like tequila is the devil's blood, and I can prove it because you've never heard anyone say, "Hey, we were drinking tequila," and then insert some cool shit happening. It's always, "Hey, man, we were drinking tequila, and then what's about to happen next is going to be the most fucked up story you could possibly think of." It's never a night never ends well when you start the story with, "Hey, man, we was back taking shots of tequila," and then like basically you already know everything is downhill.
I don't drink tequila, man, because when I drink tequila, I get angry. And it's just it takes one time, man.
I don't have that reaction with tequila. I just don't necessarily like tequila, but I drank.
Plus tequila. The whole worm thing is.
Well, I drank tequila mainly because other people I'm with be like, "Hey, we're getting shots of tequila," and I'm like, I mean, if you're paying for it, like, cool, but I don't spend my money on tequila.
Yeah. Mine either. So because I like to have some semblance of control when I'm drinking, and with tequila you lose all that shit. Or at least I do, and I don't like that. That's not a good move, so all right, what you got for us, Moby?
Hey, man, House Party.
Which one?
The one that's about to come out.
Is it still? I didn't know if it was still coming out.
Yeah, man. Saw a trailer for it the other day. And
it is probably horrible.
So here's the thing, man. First of all, I want to do my old person don't step on my lawn routine, which is, hey, man, why y'all got to be the generation of people that can't come up with a fucking idea on your own? Like, how come everything that comes out is a remake or a prequel? Like, yo, do y'all not make any ideas for stuff anymore? Like, at some point in time, we've got to be creative enough to make our own idea. Now, with that being said, I saw the House Party trailer, and you know what? I'm actually kind of interested. And I'm going to tell you why I'm interested. When you look at the trailer, Ruben, there's a couple things that happen in the trailer that let me know that at least this was trying to come from a place of originality. It is not a repeat idea of House Party. It's not like basically we're going to keep the same storyline for the House Party. Basically, it's a guy trying to make some money for his daughter. I guess he's on hard times. I guess they have access to celebrities' houses or whatnot, and they find out based on their job. what they do at their job. And they get in the house and they realize they're in LeBron James' house, and he ain't gonna be there for a week. And they had me at the LeBron James hologram because LeBron James has a hologram every morning that encourages him. And they was like, "Damn, this motherfucker has a hologram to keep his confidence up."
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, the trailer actually brought me a little bit of joy because I was like, "Hey, they tried. They're basically paying homage to House Party by saying, all right, it's basically gonna be a house party, but we're not gonna keep the same exact script. We're not gonna keep the same exact storyline.
Not the same hood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's not the same thing, but basically, this party is about to happen at LeBron James' house, and it's gonna get a little out of control. And I'm with it, but this generation, man, tell me I'm wrong. Why can't y'all come up with any idea on your own? There's like nothing recently that's come out that is it a prequel, a remake, or a continuation of something that was created 25 plus years ago. Where did all the creativity go? You know what I blame? Reading. Y'all motherfuckers don't read. You can't think of creative ideas if you don't read. I'm just saying, man. Y'all be on YouTube all day. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
YouTube and social media. Y'all ain't read a book in I don't know how many years. And now y'all see an old movie and you be like, yo, it'd be a cool idea if we do the same exact shit.
You ain't wrong.
I mean, look, because back in the day, most of the movies and stuff that our generations grew up on were basically movies and stuff converted from books because our generation read. So I mean, I'm not saying we made the creative ideas either, but at least it seemed a little bit more creative
at
because
least it came from somewhere of learning.
well, not even that. Like we hadn't seen it before, so we were putting a visual representation of what we had read. Y'all have actually seen it, and you're like, hey, we're just gonna do it again because we can't think of a way to do anything better. So
And
we'll
we're
just
gonna update it.
Yeah, we're just gonna Walmart this thing. We're not gonna invent it. We're just gonna, sell it here lower and cheaper, no value, and poor customer service.
Ouch.
And we got the streaming platforms to do it because we don't need to put it in the theater. Let's put it straight to streaming platform. And you know what? Because I hate to say it, you niggas will watch it, and they right. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost hate the fact that they right. Like I'm gonna watch it. Like when the Coming to America sequel came out, I was like, I know it's gonna be bad,
Still haven't watched it.
and I watched it, and then I was like, yo. Then I realized as I watched it, the reason it was bad is because it didn't have the main character in the movie. It didn't have New York in the late 80s, early 90s. That's a pivotal character in Coming to America.
Yeah.
So when you remade it and you couldn't have that in it, kind of missed. Like I didn't think the movie was a terrible idea. Just it was never going to make you feel the same way the other one did because it was missing the key character.
Rocky Marciano. That boy good.
That's they one. That's they one.
It's true though. It's funny.
I mean, it is.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so House Party 2022. It's probably going to be awful, but I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to at least respect that y'all tried to do something different. We'll see if you executed it. But come on, generation. Get a creative fucking idea. Like, cause what are y'all kids gonna make in 20 years from now?
House Party 20.
They're gonna remake the remake of the awful remake of the prequel that you made?
I don't want to see that. Even though, shows on TBS all the time. Sorry, Star Wars. But yeah.
Too bad you don't watch Rings of Power, because that is one prequel that I'm kind of into. And
yeah, I heard the final episode just happened. So
it did. And look, man, they tried to fake me out at the beginning of the episode. They tried to fake me out with the Sauron thing, and I'm like, nah,
hey,
man,
don't give out anything.
You're not about to trick me like that. And then I almost fell asleep on it. And then a couple cool things happened. And I was like, oh shit, now I gotta go rewatch it. And then I rewatched it and I was like, oh shit, exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened. But I'm still for some reason okay with it.
Well, all right. Hey man, hopefully House Party won't be worse than How High 2.
Yeah, never
That
saw
might
it. Never saw
that
it.
might be the worst sequel ever created. I mean, ever created.
That's hard, man. It's a lot
Yeah,
of sequels.
bro. You know, think about Lil Yachty.
Hold on, man. House Party 4 was awful.
It's worse than that shit.
Can't be.
It,
I
bro,
refuse. I refuse.
bro, it's worse than that shit.
I refuse. House Party 4 was basically like the director and executive producer literally put a camera on the top of their ass cheeks and filmed shit going into the toilet. That's literally what House Party 4 was, featuring IMAX.
And I'm telling you that How High 2 was the actual flushing of the toilet. That shit was bad, yo. I mean, you could say what you Lil Yachty, whatever, horrible. Old boy, from Wild 'N Out,
What, DC?
he should not be an actor.
Who,
Stick to
DC
comedy.
Youngfly?
Yeah, stick to comedy,
Look,
bro.
man, we've already said I got a very controversial take on DC Youngfly. Like, I don't think he's a comedian because I think when you're a comedian, there's an expectation of you being funny. Now, what he is somebody that I could see myself hanging out in a room with, and he'd have me dying laughing because
Yeah, he's got the quick wit.
yeah, he's funny, but like, would I go to see DC Youngfly stand up comedy? Fuck no.
Does he ever do that? That's the other question.
But you know what? He probably doesn't because it's not his bag, and I'm cool. But I also agree with you. Like, I don't think I like to see him in acting roles either, because I don't think he has the timing or the comedy chops for that either. But like I said, when he's with South 85
South,
boy,
yeah.
when he's with them, if they're funny together,
Yeah, but yeah, and
but
he's
even
funny on
together,
Wild 'N Out.
even together, he the least funny out of the Together crew.
I mean, he's funny on Wild 'N Out because he's quick.
He's the highest ceiling, lowest floor guy. Like, he's either gonna bomb or he's gonna give you something extremely funny. There's no in between with that guy.
That movie was terrible. You know, it's bad enough to watch it on MTV with commercials. I don't think I could stand watching it without commercials. I felt like every commercial was a reprieve, basically
I figure
saying,
out why you watched it,
"Yeah," because there was absolutely nothing on motherfucking TV,
bro.
and that was that.
If it's
bro,
as bad as you say it was, there's no way you should have completed it.
I shouldn't have, but it got to a point where it's
Your
like,
laziness got better than you. That even when something is physically and mentally hurting you, you will choose lazy over self-preservation.
in this case,
The fact that you had to think that long, bro, like you got to do better, man.
because I expected better
No,
from the
F
movie,
you.
man.
You gotta do better, man. You gotta do better.
Because How wasn't horrible.
No,
it wasn't
How
great.
wasn't.
It wasn't great.
It was
but
funny.
It wasn't horrible. Yeah, I mean, Method Man and Redman are funny individuals. Lil Yachty and DC Youngfly, they tried to act, and that's why it was horrible. If they had made them ad lib some stuff, it probably would have been better. That shit's horrible, but kids like that dumb shit. It's the worst shit ever. I can't. And yes, it's worse than IMX and House Party 4, which I didn't see all of, but I saw enough to know that shit was bad. And I had other options. I didn't have other options this day.
Bro, you had other options.
I did, but
you got HBO Max, Netflix,
I
Prime.
don't have Netflix.
Bro, it don't matter. You can use my damn Netflix account. Like, bro, there's too many things for you to be like, I ain't have options. And then you know what? When all else fails, read a fucking book.
I wish I had read a book that day. I probably would have came out smarter. Cause that shit was bad. Don't do it.
Man, we're done. Move on to something else. I'm through with this topic.
What's on your mind?
Yo, lazy ass. Yo, lazy ass is willing to die to preserve your lazy.
I might have fallen asleep, but who knows?
No, you said you saw it all. If you'd told me you fell asleep, I'd have felt better about that. Because then I'd have been like, yo, at least your mind was like, no, I'm not gonna do this to myself.
I'm gonna tell you,
check out.
Oh, I did fall asleep watching Batman Superman before I watched the director's cut. I couldn't make it all the way through. Once I saw a director's cut, I realized why. Because they had left so much shit out, it didn't make sense, and my brain couldn't process. And it's like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm bored. I think with How High too, I was just enamored by the fact this shit was so horrible that I couldn't go in defense mode. It just sucked me in. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. And I know that's not something I should be doing. I will try to be better next time. But that is the worst movie I've ever watched. Ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the worst movie I've ever watched is. I think I've pretty much checked it out of my mind.
And I've watched Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. And
How,
that shit's worse than
how
that.
did you get past one?
Back in the day, me and friends, we would take one day.
Okay, I'm
and
about
we
to say
would,
nah, because there used to be a joy back in the day of going to the video store and,
yeah, going to Blockbuster.
and trying to find the worst possible.
Oh yeah.
movie. So
We found
I can give you that.
we found Maniac Cop, and then next week we was like, "There's a 2? Shit!" And then it was like, "Wait a minute, there's a 3? What, they just make this shit last week?"
It was
'Cause
like
this
the
one
movies
here-
that used to come up on USA Up All Night back in the day.
Oh man, oh, some of that shit was bad.
But all right, I do have something on my mind. So
Why? The Emoji Movie.
I had a
Geely is second. Geely is horrible.
bruh.
That is the worst.
I've never
Kevin
seen all of
Smith
Geely.
movie.
I've
That's the
never
worst
seen.
Kevin Smith movie ever created.
I've
Like,
never seen all of Geely. So
he's even said that. That's how bad that shit is.
like I said I've never seen all of Geely. But
Don't.
what's on my mind is, I had a really good weekend, man. Shout out to my cousin Eric, got married yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Word?
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
Fresh?
Hmm?
Eric or Fresh?
Eric.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he was married.
Nah. He was the last one down.
That's right, because Fresh got married a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I shouldn't be talking about that. All right.
So
bad.
yeah, last one down. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful ceremony. And then, immediately left the wedding to go see my daughter's team go 6-0. Pretty much officially clinching the number 1 seed. And we beat the team that won the Super Bowl last year, the Salem Cowboys.
Salem. Like
Yeah.
Salem and like,
Salem is their school.
oh, okay.
Salem Cowboys. So yeah, it's
you
a
beat
good
'em
weekend,
bad?
man.
Beat him bad.
I mean, it was as bad as it should have been, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
called the
like,
dogs off.
no, it wasn't even that. They made a couple of big plays towards the end, but first half it was dominant. We're just physically better than them.
Got you.
We didn't really play our best, but we're just so much physically better than most teams we play against that if we lose, it's probably going to just be because we play bad, not because
I
the
mean, your
other team
daughter is
played
the
better.
biggest person out there, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's the biggest on the line pretty
Yeah.
much, but like our running backs are ridiculously physical.
Oh,
So
Okay.
yeah. So it was a good weekend, man. So, what's on my mind is like, life is good. About to go down, try to get some cuddle time as soon as this show's over. So
oh, shucks.
yeah, man, I'm out.
CT, baby. Gotta get that CT. Cool, man. What's on my mind, bro? Look, we got another couple weeks, and we'll keep talking about it. Y'all gotta vote, man. I don't know how much of I don't know how much of the Raphael Warnock, what's that dude's name? The football player, because that's what I feel like calling him now. I gotta get his name because that's disrespectful. Herschel Walker thing that came on the debate. If Georgia elects Herschel Walker to the Senate, the country's gonna stop at Georgia. The country's gonna stop at South Carolina, bro. Like, I can't with this guy. And on top of that, the worst part about it is people were cheering him on. Yo, man, I never felt so much like this dumb in here. Like, I wanted to say that throughout what I watch, man. Yo, I'm just saying, it's on the internet. Go take a look at it. Herschel Walker shouldn't be running for school club president, much less a Senate member. That, yo, oh my God. I've seen some bad crap in my time, bro. I'm sorry, Moby. Yo, if Herschel Walker wins the Senate down there, man, the country's stopping at South Carolina, bro. Because
Bro, I think I said that first. So like
I mean,
you ain't saying
cool.
nothing.
All I'm saying is just Google it. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever.
Google what?
They had a debate. Warnock and Herschel Walker had a debate. Bro, that might have been the worst shit ever. Look, man, I get it. You got two black men running for one office. Awesome. I don't want to.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to call Herschel.
I don't think either one of them are good.
Yeah, but
it's just like Herschel Walker. It just can't be.
Yeah, no. Herschel Walker's like, look, man.
Come out strong against abortion, saying it can't be done, and then it comes to light a few weeks later that you actually have paid for one of your baby mamas to have an abortion. Like,
man. But like I said, the worst thing about it was people were clapping when he talked that dumb shit. What? Come on, man. This is one of those times where, I mean, this is black on black crime.
When he doubled down on having the cop badge, saying it was real.
Oh my God. When the moderator had to literally come up and say, "Come on now, we know that's fake."
You know that's not a real badge.
Yeah.
No, it's clearly real. It's in my hand.
This is an ignorance that has an opportunity to be elected. Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and say, go here, go there. Go to CNN, go to MSNBC, go to Fox News, their websites. Look at this shit, man. You could probably compare all three and you could determine what's real and what's not. We got to pay attention to what the hell is going on. Not just there, but here too, in your local area. I mean, how you gonna we got somebody running down here who is a nurse. She's running for Senate. She's a nurse. And she's been a nurse for like, I don't know, her whole damn life. And look, I get it, man. You're against abortion. Fine. I don't care about that. But you're a nurse. Like, you've seen the good and the bad about what the hell's going on. Like, and you're just like, yeah, we don't care. No abortion regardless of anything. How are you a nurse? And you just say, nah, F mom. Mom can die. We don't care. No abortion. Like, I don't understand. Like, I can't put it together, man. I can't. We need to pay attention what the hell's going on here and abroad, apparently, and everywhere else. All I know is get all the information you need. You vote how you want to vote so you can sit here and say, yes, I voted for the person I believed in. Now, if you believe in what you believe in, that's on you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your beliefs are crazy or mine are right or any of that. But I will say this. If Georgia votes Herschel Walker into the damn Senate, just send a nuke down there. I'm sorry, Falcons. I'm sorry, Braves, man. Hell in a handbasket. That shit will officially.
Wait, so you sorry for the professional organizations, not the people that have to like live with the ramifications of that political choice? Like those organizations would be just fine.
Hey, look, man. If they vote in Herschel Walker,
once again, those organizations that you just mentioned will be just fine. The Falcons will still be the Falcons. The Braves will still be the Braves, and those people down there will have to deal with the fact that we got to do pulling out a badge and claiming he ran a company with 800 people when he had 8 employees.
Bro, I can't. Well, I can't with this shit, man. I can't. All I'm saying is, if we elect that dude, if y'all elect that dude, I mean, y'all might be worse than Florida. At least in Florida, we know that there's crazy down there, and we're not surprised by that crazy because that crazy ain't this crazy. This shit's bad. The Herschel Walker thing is bad. Bad. Like, I need to stress how bad that is. Because he is clearly not of sound mind and intelligence to be a member of the Senate. Without question. And if those fools down there elect him, I just don't know what. I don't know what you can do, Moby. I mean, because you got more stuff down there than me. But damn, bro. Like, what is your opinion on that? My opinion is he's a damn fool. And he shouldn't be elected to nothing. What's your opinion, Moby?
Of what?
Of Herschel Walker running for shit, for anything.
Look, man, only in America will we allow anybody to run for anything. It's the beauty of the country, and it's what's wrong with it all at the same time. Because, like, nothing about Herschel Walker's background, views, history suggests that we should ever put him in any political office for anything. And that's not. I'm not trying to knock on him. I'm not trying to say the dude's unintelligent. I'm not trying to say any of those things. I don't know him. I'm just saying, like, you should have to do something that shows you should be a part of the Senate. And it shouldn't just be, I play football and I'm Herschel Walker and I say what a lot of white people like to hear. There should be more qualifications for the job than that. But, I mean, hey, man, like, if he gets it, like, look, this is the side effect of Donald Trump. Like, people are always, worried about Donald Trump burning the country. Look, Donald Trump won't gonna do nothing to the country that other people hadn't tried to before. But all he did was give power and
opportunity,
inspiration, and opportunity to show that all these people are like, hey, man, you can come out here and not know shit, say whatever gets people riled up, not have to actually have any consequences for your actions or words, and you can be a politician too.
And the fact that he calmly, with all of the what's the term I want to use? All of the bravado, when he showed that damn fake ass badge, bro, really? He showed that shit like it was $1 million, and this shit's real, and it's right here. And it was just like, bro, the moderator told him, "Come on, man, we know that's not real." Like, the moderator said
the moderator wasn't saying that it wasn't real. The moderator was saying that the rules of the debate were you couldn't pull out anything that was considered a prop, and the badge was considered a prop. Even if it was a real badge, he was using it in an argument as a prop. Now, just because it's a real badge doesn't mean it's a real badge that gave you authority. Like, I'm sure a lot of places in Georgia, because he is literally a Georgia football legend, if he gave them any support at a police station or anything, they probably do give him honorary badges and shit.
But that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it don't mean you can arrest nobody.
I mean,
no, this is not a Herschel Walker jersey. This is a Champ Bailey jersey. This is 24, not 34. And I feel like I gotta specify that because I don't want to sound like I'm here, bashing Herschel Walker as I got a Herschel Walker Georgia jersey here. Like, no.
I'm mad. You gotta solidify your borders at home. Like, nah, man, we don't got no Herschel Walker bullshit.
And look, I wouldn't mind having a Herschel Walker jersey because he's literally one of the greatest college running backs ever. But that's where my support for him ends.
Hilarious. But yeah, vote, people. God knows, vote. Learn some shit and vote. That's what I'm gonna say it until we vote. And then on the next episode, the season premiere episode, man, we're gonna talk about the craziness that's gonna happen in our country. Because Lord knows, man, if this motherfucker gets voted, hell in the handbasket, man. Hell in the handbasket. That's all I can say on that. So thank everybody for being here today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to us live. Thank you for listening to us on the podcast. Of course, we're here every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell your friends, tell the enemies, just tell somebody. Like and subscribe to the podcast. And also subscribe to the show as well. That way you get a message when it's coming on. You can check us out on Twitch. You can check us out on YouTube. And, of course, if you're friends with me, my Facebook page. But more, check it out on YouTube or Twitch. Easy to get to. Once again, thank you, Mo B, for being in the house today. Thank everybody else for being in the house today. Get well soon, AG. Hope to see you back next week. And always, of course. Sorry, I got to find my stuff. Peace, love, hair grease, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Nugman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Nugman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of